Good morning, and thank you for joining me today on this Monday live, Limitless live. I'm so thrilled for this week 2 of June, where I'm going to discuss about love and relationships. This week, we're talking about something very, very specific, and that's energy dynamics. I actually have a speaker that's going to speak on Wednesday, Gladys Diaz. She is a love and relationship coach. She still is my coach, and I want to introduce her to all of you. But today, I want to dive into something so transformative: the dance of polarities. This is the powerful interplay of masculine and feminine energy that underpins chemistry, passion, and harmony in every single relationship. And no, this is not about gender. When we say masculine or feminine energy, it doesn't mean men or women. This is about energy dynamics, which we all carry, both masculine and feminine energies. Both men and women carry both of these energies. And understanding how these energies work is really the key to unlock a fulfilling connection. And then there's this cute quote that I have: when the feminine is relaxed, she's radiant. When the masculine is focused, he's powerful. So let's start with clarity. Masculine and feminine energy, as I said, are not men and women energies. They are archetypes. Think of them as two forces of nature, like sun and moon, earth and water, direction and flow. Masculine energy is directional, it's logical, focused, purpose driven, protective. Feminine energy is intuitive, it's expressive, emotional, receptive, creative, and even fluid. In a survival mode, especially in the modern world, we often lead with our masculine. We strive, we control, push. But relationships drive on polarities, and a polarity causes attraction. When there is opposite energy, there is spark. When there is sameness, things fizzle and they turn into power struggle. I can advise a very powerful book to read that explains a lot about this. This is The Way of the Superior Men. The book is called The Way of the Superior Men by David Deida. This book is so powerful because it's exploring the masculine energy, but it also helps women understand how to relate to the masculine energy from a place of strength and surrender. In a relationship, ask yourself, do I lead with control or do I lead with surrender? And there's nothing wrong with either of them. And also ask, am I operating more from logic or more from emotion? And look at what this means in real life. If two people are in a relationship and both are in their masculine energy, what happens? This causes conflict, power struggle. However, if they both are in their feminine energy, there's no direction, there's no momentum. So healthy polarity is when one partner holds the masculine pole, the other holds the feminine pole. And it doesn't have to be fixed, it's a dynamic. There's certain circumstances when a woman can be in the feminine energy and the men can be in the masculine energy, but other circumstances when the woman is more masculine about that specific circumstance, that can change. So I'll be honest with you, there are times I was in charge of everything: my business, my household, even my relationship. I didn't realize that I was stuck in this hyper masculine mode. And while that made me very efficient, it also made me exhausted. And it didn't allow him to lead, to provide. When I began softening in my feminine energy, I received more help, more trust, more expressing emotion. Something beautiful happened. I actually felt seen. I felt more aligned with the truth. And as I said, masculine energy is a survival mode. Sometimes, as a single mom, I have to be in a masculine mode. When I was in a marriage, I had to be in a masculine mode because I knew if I don't do that, things don't happen. But I want to try to differentiate these two modes and see when it's best to turn yourself onto a feminine mode if you're female or a masculine mode when you're male to kind of have balance. So let's tune into those energy types. If you want to activate your masculine mode, and I should correct it, it really doesn't matter if you're a male or a female. It's just more important that you know when it's better to have your masculine energy and better to have your feminine energy. So if you want to activate your masculine mode, take one decisive action today. Being decisive is masculine. Being indecisive is feminine. If you plan something and you lead something, when you hold a space for someone else, when you focus, when you decide, when you protect, all of that is masculine energy. Make a decision and do it. Say something and follow through. That makes you be in a masculine energy. If you want to activate your feminine energy because you're tired of being in control, put music and dance. Let yourself cry. Don't be afraid to ask for help. That's feminine. Wear something that makes you feel radiant. Say yes to receiving. The goal isn't just to only be in one energy. The goal is to know when to transition from one energy to another, because it's to become fluid and aware. So you're not reactive, you are responding. So let's do a simple polarity breath work exercise. I talked about breath work and how important that is. This will help you come into balance and reconnect into the energy that you want to embody. So sit tall, close your eyes, and place one hand on your chest and the other on your belly. As you do that, breathe in through your nose and say, I choose confidence. Feel your spine lengthening, ground in purpose. That's masculine. Breathe out through the mouth. I allow ease. Feel your shoulders relax, soften into your heart. That's feminine. So you can actually transition between feminine and masculine, and you should. As I said, we all have both energies in us. We just have to know when to activate it. Repeat that exercise 1 or 2 minutes in silence or even with soft music and notice how you feel. What do you feel more of? Do you feel more of masculine or feminine energy? Where does your body want to lead you today? And every day could be different. Every circumstance could be different. Your energy creates your relationship. The more you understand how to move between your inner masculine and your inner feminine, the more intentional your connections will become. You attract partners and friends that complement your energy, not compete with it. And you'll show up in love, not out of habit, but out of alignment. Remember, you are allowed to be soft, but you're also allowed to be strong. You can be powerful and you can be receptive. You don't need to do it all. You get to choose what energy serves you moment by moment. And this week, I challenge you to do one thing daily that connects with your inner feminine and inner masculine. Whether it's just leading a decision or just the opposite. Surrendering to stillness. Play with those polarities. Let yourself be led by energy, not by ego. On Wednesday, we'll continue this conversation with Gladys. I will go live before then with something else that I want to talk about. But until then, remember, the you are limitless. And I'll see you again soon to explore more the art of love. Have a great week.